All right. Okay, guys. I'm extending this reading from a short. The energies that came up, while we were in the short energy, it was somebody definitely struggling, excuse me, struggling with their feelings, with their emotions, um, depression, anxiety, tower moments, heartbreak, that kind of stuff came up. Um, Someone needs to get out in nature, used to likes to hike and walk outside, but hasn't been doing it as of late, either because of the weather or because of this down feeling that they're having. Also, the ancestors came through in the um, hear your crying energy. So it's really it's been a really devastating time for whoever this is. But the first card out was celebrate yourself. Other cards came out. You'll have to go and see those other cards that came out but didn't make it to the table. I extended it because of these two cards that made it to the table after we worked partially through the low energy of someone, the down energy, the person not utilizing and letting their emotions run their course, but feeling them and being ashamed for feeling them, basically. But I extended it because this calling for higher power fell out first, but it fell face down. This card fell out exactly as it is now, but I think it was a little bit over here. But this card is number 1, come home to yourself. This card is number 11, calling for higher protection. That's why I extended it, as well as with 56, you are the light of the world, being at the bottom of the deck. I mean, being at the back of the deck, on the bottom of the deck, whatever. I don't know why. Anyway, that's number 56, which goes to an 11 as well. So 111 energy, 1111 energy, ones. 26 came out, which is a 10, breaks down to a 1. Heal your rejection wound. So this feels like someone who is having a storm of emotions. And hiking, walking out in nature, being out in nature was something that helped them, and now they're not doing it for some reason. I'm not getting clarity on the specific reason because I feel like it's multiple people, so it could be multiple reasons, but the energy is there that this is something that has been put on the back burner, but it has been an adventure that helped you with the way that you're feeling now. So getting back to it may help you with the reason that it stopped. To me, sorry, this is bothering me. The reason that it stopped is neither here nor there. Is what I'm feeling. The reason you stopped doing it, because no matter what the storm is, if this is something that helped you, I'm hearing entity attachment. If this is something that helps you, then it's something that you should partake in. It feels like something that you did to escape, but it became more than that. Okay. What does the tribe need to know from the Akashic Tarot in regards to this spread from the inner child healing? What is the inner child trying to convey and relay to the tribe that resonates with this? Queen of Scrolls came out in the current position. I believe the Queen of Scrolls is the Queen of Swords. Let me check. I haven't used this deck in a while. Bear with me. But I do believe that scrolls are swords. Let me just go to it. Yeah, scrolls reflect the world of word of mind, communication, and study. So yeah, scrolls are swords, roses are cups, keys are pentacles, forces are wands. Okay, so the Queen of Swords. The reason reading into third eye activation. Come home to yourself. Your inner child is calling you home to yourself. There's something that needs to be assessed with the Queen of Scrolls. Something that needs to be read into, looked into, researched, communicated. Because it's bringing me to the feel your vulnerability and needs. It's feeling like getting a true understanding of self, coming home to yourself. At the bottom of the deck, we have 3 of keys, the chess game. At the very back of the deck, we got Queen of Keys. I'm feeling the rivalry of mind and matter. Rivalry of mind and matter. A game being played with mind and matter as well. It's feeling like, how can I manifest something? How can I win in this game? Topple the king. And maybe you see someone that needs to learn to strategize. Therefore, playing chess will help. The karmic trench. 4 of scrolls. So this is 4 of swords. You're not resting. You're not resting your mind enough. It feels like you're going on fumes. Archangel Michael has been assisting you in this time. Divine physician, yeah. Trying to heal that energy. That's why all these emotions and triggers are coming up for you. So it's okay. It's starting to feel like you need to revisit something that you loved as a child, but it seemed like it was snuffed out of your life for some reason, in some way. It has to do with communication, writing, reading, music, something that made you feel like home, that has to do with communication. Mercury energy is what I'm feeling. Could be Gemini. Look at your natal chart in the house of communication. See what's there. Look into that. What else? Let's get something on this calling for higher protection. Because I feel like the Queen of Squirrels goes with the come home to yourself. It's something you need to reassess, which will bring you back to, I'm hearing a vision that you had as a child. But with this calling for higher power, we got the Queen of Roses. 3 queens have shown up. The Queen of Roses. So I feel like this is definitely a feminine energy. There's a lot of female imagery on the table, aside from Grandpa over here. Queen of Roses, which is Queen of Cups, calling for higher power, for nurturing, for protection. Is bringing me back to the hugging of the world. Claim your power card. She's the green. Yeah, I'm feeling like focus on your own world. This feels like a person who is like a crusader. Thank you, Spirit. I heard crusader, a crusader for justice, a crusader for the world. You want world peace and no poverty, all that kind of stuff. And I'm not poking fun because it feels like that's what happens to you. People poke fun at your light, at the goodness in you, quote unquote goodness, because over here I feel like good and bad are non-existent. Things just are. So people clown and reject and talk down on your ability to empathize and feel people and feel for people and love people unconditionally. It feels like someone who just wants to see everyone happy and whole, but you're dying on the inside with the weight of the world on your shoulders. Thank you. That's why Sir came out when I was holding the Claim Your Power card, where she's holding the world. So so take the weight of the world off of your shoulder and just hug the world. Use your love energy, use your heart chakra energy versus your um action taken. Well, not even action taken, because the Queen of Swords is not moving. She's sitting on the chair, you know, welcoming or calling someone towards her, questioning. Yeah, it's about questioning, questioning yourself, questioning yourself, questioning yourself. I'm kind of stuck at questioning myself, and I'm starting to feel like pressure in my left temple. So it kind of feels like stress and anxiety, which was brought up before, because you're too caught up on the. This feels like a journalist. Thank you, Spirit. This feels like a journalist. You're too caught up on the issues. Um, you're getting pulled in to the stories. You're feeling them without recharging. You're feeling this energy without recharging and caring for yourself. That's why your energy is being depleted. And I feel like that's what your inner child is trying to tell you. Like, there's some things that you haven't course corrected with abandonment, rejection, and expressing your needs. I'm getting is bringing me to the Celebrate Yourself card, and how that's coming out from the solar plexus, actually. So it's more or less. Oh, I'm getting the. So somebody is connected with music too, like the diaphragm, how you push your voice out is what I'm getting from this, is as well as confidence and the solar plexus energy, Queen of Wands kind of energy, where it's vibrant, where you have that vibrato is what I'm hearing. Vibrato. That's a musical term too, I believe. It's something about the way you push things out, the way you're meant to push out your words, the way you're meant to push out your message is what is really what it's feeling like to me. Seven of Scrolls at the bottom of the deck, intricacies in industry. Everything at the bottom of the deck has been more or less like learning how to navigate the world, learning how to play the game, learning how to deal in the 3D and not have it affect you so much emotionally and mentally for birth. Yeah, I'm getting soft life with this. I'm getting soft life with this whole reading, but soft power. Thank you. They brought me to the Oshun card. Okay, power doesn't always have to be brute. It could be soft. Exuding confidence will help with some of that conflict that comes from people clowning you, so to say, people antagonizing the the good in you, for lack of a better word to use right now. The light in you, yes, your light, your enthusiasm to be of service. Thank you, Spirit. Don't lose that. Don't lose that. Don't let the world hearten you in that way. We got the Six of Keys and Crescent Moon and the King of Scrolls. Okay, with come, I feel like it goes here. I feel like it goes with the come home to yourself, because I'm feeling like working on unionizing your masculine and feminine energy. Really all of your energies, but we're gonna focus on masculine and feminine because that's what's out on the table. I'm still hearing that soft girl era kind of stuff, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'm really not harping on that to say that there's something wrong with that. But when you don't have the external masculine energy to go to work, to to use their hands to bring your thoughts to fruition, you don't have the physical masculine energy to take your scrolls. You see he has her scrolls. You see that he has her scrolls, and he's about to put the plan in motion, because that's what the masculine energy is for, to put the feminine's thoughts, emotions, plans, projects into motion. I'm hearing honey-do list. Yeah, for those that have to be taken all the way down to there. He's the one that is supposed to do that. Like you know what I mean? But women can do it as well, especially if you do not have that external masculine energy. You have the internal masculine energy to get it done. But what I'm feeling here with the come home to yourself too, don't lose your femininity in the process. You still have to self-care. You still have to give yourself that resting period. It can't be balls to the wall, um hustle grind mode. Women, our bodies aren't set up for that hormonally and just scientifically. I feel like that's need to be researched too. Like, research the masculine's ability to do strenuous work long hours, and all of that kind of stuff, and how they're able to bounce back faster, in a sense, from that kind of manual labor. Like, they still need self care as well. I feel like everybody needs self care, but There's definitely a difference from a woman working 12-hour shifts for 4 to 5 days out the week and a man working 12-hour shifts 4 to 5 days out the week doing the same job. As much as we want to be just like dead ass equal in the same areas all the time, is just not possible. There's polarities, there's cause and effect, there's everything that is, there's so many universal laws that goes into why men are able to do certain things more efficient and over time better than women, and vice versa. Feeling a lot of I'm feeling a lot of conflict in energy right now. Like this doesn't need to be an argument. This doesn't need to be an argument. Like dead ass. If you desire the soft girl life, how are you going to bring that to fruition? How are you going to attract that? You need to think about it. You're definitely going to have to align the masculine and feminine energy within you. You're going to have those conversations with the masculine feminine energy within you, like, hey, I'm tired of the hustle and bustle. Masculine energy, how can I assist you in assisting my physical feminine energy to be soft? Feminine energy, what can you enlist our masculine internal energy to do that is not as taxing on our physical body, so that we can still get this work in, so that we can still get the support? It feels like an equal reciprocity, which there is none, because equal reciprocity in the terms that people speak of it today is tit for tat energy, and that's not what the law of reciprocity is. The law of reciprocity is to do something without expectation of a return. Being of service, thank you, back to that person. So you already got a lot of those foundations in you already. But you're really gonna have to strategize with the chess, with the three of keys that came through, and intricacies and industries. Those two cards are basically alluding to the fact that if you want to live the soft life, you have to. It's gonna take a season of hard work in order to build something that can generate passively. I'm not gonna go on a tangent with that, but because that's not what I'm here for in this moment. It's gonna take a season of hustle grind to build something that is going to exude passive return on investment. That's just facts. No argument about it. So choose, and choose wisely. Start to really come home to yourself and analyze, be really concise with what you can do and are willing to do to ensure that you get there to the Queen of Roses, where you can just smell roses all day with full length sables down to the floor. I'm here, Mary J. Blige, grown woman, and that's a phrase that she said in the song. Because she liked furs, she had a full length sable that hit the floor, and this fur that she has on reminds me of that. So it's like, if you want a dainty life and you don't have that as external feminine, that external, masculine energy to provide that for you, you got to do it on your own. And crying about it is not going to bring it to fruition. Sorry, not sorry. Four forces. This is the Four of Wands, spring and autumn. I feel like the foundation is set. Seeds were planted. Thank you, Spirit. Seeds were planted. We're in winter, or almost in winter. We're the tail end of fall, autumn. So if it hasn't materialized for you to harvest now, it may happen come around next year, or it may start to bloom. You may start to see uh, 3D growth in the spring. Is what I'm getting from that. That's for somebody that's already working on what I stated before. If you just now hearing this and it's like, okay, boom, light bulb, and you gonna jump off the porch, and depending on what it is, how it is, and your intentions, it may bloom in the spring, but let's be realistic. It may be 2027 for you, or it may be 2027 for you, because if this card came in reverse, then I would say it was fall. It would be fall of next year. But if it's like something that's going to happen in the spring of 2026, but I've been feeling that for a while anyway. Something globally is going to happen spring of 2026 for I'm saying spring of 2026 for me and my region. So, and it's going to go by regions because it's not spring everywhere at the same time. The Ark of the Covenant, number 11. I'm gonna read that one because these ones popping up. Y'all do not understand how my squirrel brain, my squirrel brain is going off right now because it's the stuff that's in here is a loot. I want to read it because I put it there for a reason, and it's been a while since I've used this deck. But I'm gonna stay focused on y'all. This is about y'all right now. 11, Ark of the Covenant, upright. The stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fire burns, fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside one of the tents, just beyond the open front flap, rests the Ark of the Covenant. Two men sit by a crackling fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or a title transfer. It also can show successful working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth, working toward greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contribution to the world. Your karma does not rule you; you rule it. When the work becomes too great, take a rest. Taking a rest doesn't break with your covet. Taking a rest doesn't break with your covet. It supports it with your covenant. Thank you, Spirit. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and the energy, and you work with it within those phases. And you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work toward your highest purpose to uphold the sacred covenant you have to touch the world with your light. Uphold the sacred covenant. You have to touch the world with your light. You are the light of the world. You have to touch your world with the light. So heal all those wounds, heal all those inner child wounds. Okay, they want me to read the reverse meaning as well, although it didn't come out in reverse. It didn't come out. It didn't. Semantics. If there are legal dealings at issue, this card reverse could show a broken contract or a failed legal transfer. Be cautious with professionals who care for your investments and other things you value at this time. While they may not be seeking to do you harm, they could be more neglectful than they should be. As a significant legal matter may as significant as a legal matters oh my gosh, as significant as legal matters may seem, there is an even more important reference to you karmically. With the card reversed, the Ark of the Covenant is toppled, and you have broken your contract with your higher self. Oh, perhaps, perhaps you've avoided your karmic work to put your higher purpose aside because you're too busy or it's too hard, or you have knowingly chosen to be directed by your fears and emotional needs instead of what is best for you. In either event, it's time to wake up and renew your covenant, not just in the world but indeed. Your life will simply not work until you do. Mm. Akashic Force. Close your eyes and imagine the Ark of the Covenant opening before you. Within you see the contract that contains your highest purpose. What is that purpose? Since one word and one action you can take today to pursue it. Oh, hey, if that didn't seal what the hell I said, if that did not seal what I freaking said, like with coming home to yourself, reflecting on, yeah, we're not about to go out back over that. And you know what? I am definitely going to leave that there. The architect, one again, one of the keys, baby. If y'all don't, I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna get upset, spirit. I'm not. We ain't gonna go there. Oh my goodness. Look, that mind over matter or mind versus matter, that mind matter war, it's for a reason. Like you come home to yourself. Number 1, calling for higher protection. Number 11, celebrate yourself. You are the light of the world. Self-care is definitely needed. Nurture yourself. You are working too hard. Stop and smell the roses. Thank you, Spirit. Stop and smell the roses. There's going to be a third eye activation. So I want you to ground yourself. That's what that take a walk in the woods, adventures in nature message that came out before. You're going to need to ground yourself. Ground yourself so that you don't think that you're going crazy. Because this third eye activation is going to be very powerful because you, my dear, have a very, very, very high honor, high calling, and either you're neglecting it, as the text said, or you feel like it's too hard. But I feel like life is only going to get harder because you're not fulfilling your contract as it stated, as it said. That's the one energy. That's the 111. And it's really bringing me to the fire horse energy that's coming up. That's probably was, yeah, 2026, spring of 2026. Let's get a message from the Rose Oracle to close this out. What is the tribe that resonates with this message? Any part of it need to know to assist in them coming home to their self, celebrating themselves, calling for higher protection. What do they need to know? We got healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. See? See what I'm saying? It is safe to do so. Soft power. Number 82. One energy again. 82. 8 plus 2 is 10. Breaks down to a 1. You're not broken. You're a part of the ever changing nature of life. Ever changing, ever changing, ever changing. Change is your natural state. The rose knows that you were never meant to stay the same, to be one single shape, size, or way. You're not normal, and that's normal. You're always becoming more and more of who you truly are. Healing is happening every moment of every day. You're returning to your true state every moment of every day. Call in your support team of people who can hold you in that, who can trust in the grace of your natural state. A true healer knows that they're not the only one doing the healing. Rather, they're holding the vision of the return to wholeness, knowing that wholeness isn't a stagnant state. When you embrace all parts of life, from ecstasy to agony, the joy to the grief, the bloom to the fall, the bud to the rose hint, you will realize that healing is always happening, and life is on your side. No one is immune to the polarity of this human experience. The only way through it is to embrace all parts of it, the light and the shadow. And as any healer or initiate knows, the only way to the light is to embrace the shadow within. The shadow and sometimes the pain is a portal to your liberation. You're not broken, you're healing. Healing is happening. Trust in the timing of life. The Rose transmission, healing is happening, healing is happening, healing is happening. Baby, I feel like I don't even need to say nothing about that. I feel like it's been mouth drop gasps. Baby, at the bottom of the deck, sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships. At the very back of the deck, we got the grandmothers. Remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. Oh my goodness. Okay. There, whoever this resonates with, you have a lot of feminine ancestors, but there's one super powerful masculine ancestor. Cause I can't tell. I feel like this is a masculine energy. This is the masculine. And then all of this feminine energy from the inner child oracle with the one masculine outlier. Mm, they can go so much deeper, and I don't know how far we in on this, but I'm gonna leave it there. Hopefully, it resonated for someone in the tribe. If not, maybe next time. But until next time, know that I love you, tribe. I truly do. Peace.